This is the Golden Grappler, Travis Huckabee, and you're listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Going into the news portion of our show, there's rumors that Andrade is going to be All Elite. Rumors, or do you think that there's any legitimacy to this, Scooter?
It is rumor. It Andrade had talks with AEW. He is still competing for Federación Wrestling in Mexico. There have been discussions after Andrade was released. However, it's unknown where things stand between them at this time.
Cleo, do you think that it would be a good gift for AEW to sign Andrade, or do you think that he would have he's a WWE stigma on him?
Oh, he's gonna. I think anyone that goes there now is gonna have that. I think the only person that wouldn't have it is Joe, because Joe was known before. He basically was known before he went to WWE.
Well, Andrade was well known. He was
but not known as Andrade. You are correct. He was more known in the Mexican circuit. But to the casual fan, I think he would be a WWE guy. So that's where my distinction is coming in. But I don't think he would fit because they got to stick with their talent, yo. Like, yeah, at some point you got to like stick with the people you got, and bringing all these people in, it's gonna mean less time for the people that are already there. I mean, prime example, Private Party. Where the hell they been? Put them on a milk carton. So,
And somebody that has that WWE stigma on them, but might be actually going back to WWE is Zelina Vega. There's been rumors that she might be re-signing with WWE soon. Scooter, rumor and innuendo, or do you think that there's some fuel with this?
I have not seen anything about it. I'm just hearing about this. Okay. Yes, this is absolutely true. Vega spotted 2 days ago at the WWE Performance Center. Not a simple visit. She is being filmed. So yes, she is coming back. In what capacity? Most likely with her husband.
You think that they're gonna put her on the main roster?
Yes. They're gonna essentially. There's gonna be a weird dynamic between Aleister Black and Zelina Vega once Karrion Kross gets pulled up.
What say you, Kaliko? Do you think it was only a matter of time before she re-signed with WWE, or do you think that this is maybe a shocker?
Depends on the perspective you want to take it from. Because to me, it doesn't seem like a shocker in a sense because of the fact of how she was let go or why she was let go in the first place, right? Like, the reason she got let go was on some, I mean, let's be honest, some bullshit. It was on some BS, right? So bringing her back was kind of gonna happen down the line once the cooler has prevailed on both sides, mainly the WWE side though, and the role capacity now is the bigger question. Does she go back with Garza? Does she go with Black? Does she? Because the thing is she she's Latin, so I'm thinking they're trying to push it with a Latin star in a sense. Angel Garza's been back on the scene. Hilgado del Fantasma is another group that could use some kind of mouthpiece. Um, I don't see her going back to NXT though, so that's the only downside because she's main roster. So why the hell would she go back? So that's where it is. Where she fits in is the biggest picture, or the biggest question for her picture anyway.
I mean, once she goes black, she ain't going back.
She better not be with Xavier. That's
There was some controversy this week pertaining to the Randy Savage and Booker T documentaries. But I kind of feel if, Bubba the fucking Love Sponge is on your documentary, that's a red flag number one, right, guys?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. They're doing the biographies to try to counteract Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
So it's light side of the ring.
Pretty much, because what's funny is they're only highlighting, other than what Savage died. They're highlighting the people that made it through controversies. Vice Dark Side of the Ring is basically going through. I think that Dark Side of the Ring does a master of a job of going through the entirety of the career from an objective standpoint and showing the impact of those decisions, not only on the wrestler, but the wrestler's generations after that, which to me is what mainly it's about.
I mean, it was Jim Cornette who said on the Owen Hart Dark Side of the Ring, man, can't you guys do light side of the ring?
Yep. And WWE said, "We got you. Let's do the Booker T story," which is an amazing story. If people don't, considering what the hell he went through, it's a great story. But Dark Side of the Ring, to me, it's meant to hit you where it hurts, and it just kind of puts that reality perspective into people's childhoods.
I mean, after watching the Herb Abrams Dark Side of the Ring, you may have heard me speak about the first wrestling show I ever went to, and it featured a man named Sonny Beach, who is prominently featured in the Herb Abrams Dark Side of the Ring episode.
Right.
Yeah, my first wrestling show live was UWF. That crazy, good God, man.
Well, let me phrase it this way. The Randy Savage documentary, would you recommend it to a wrestling fan?
I have not had a chance to sit down and watch it.
Kaliko, have you watched the Randy Savage one?
I have. I would recommend it because it's meant to. I think it's the WWE biographies. You remember VH1 Behind the Music?
Yes.
That's what it resembles to me a whole lot of.
Okay.
It resembles more of a behind the music, kind of like a behind the wrestler deal. And there's nothing wrong with that. It'll catch people who had the nostalgia of it. Hardcore wrestling fans are going to watch it no matter what, but the main question is, would you recommend it to the casual fan? And in that case, yeah, because who did not hear Randy Savage, right? Or Rowdy Piper, or this tomorrow, Shawn Michaels. That's the one I'm more interested in than anybody's. Because he was a dick and he knew it.
Yes.
So,
The thing is that, and it seems a lot of people are forgetting that the WWE released a DVD set, The Untold Story of Randy Savage. How different is that compared to this? Like,
I think
how can I say?
I've seen the Randy Savage.
I've never seen it, but I would put it this way. I did hear Bruce Pritchard's story of Randy Savage, and it kind of intermingles a little bit with what Bruce was saying. So if you heard the Bruce Pritchard episode, it kind of, some of the stuff he was talking about, especially with the whole Miss Elizabeth thing, kind of intertwined with exactly what the documentary was saying. Or the biography.
And that's a funny thing to link the Bruce Pritchard podcast, because there was a couple of things said in the Randy Savage documentary that I was like, well, Bruce Pritchard said that that wasn't the case, so to speak, and I just found that really interesting. That does should we take Bruce Pritchard's podcast, the Randy Savage one, as a baseline for these documentaries of what actually happened?
I wouldn't say baseline, but I would say perspective. Because what was that movie? I forgot the movie. There was a movie where there was an assassination, but 8 different people saw it, and 8 different people had 8 different versions of what they saw.
You're not talking about Snake Eyes, are you?
I don't think it's Snake Eyes. I think it's like something perspectives or 8 something. I forgot what it was called, but I would.
Vantage Point.
Vantage point. Boom. There you go. So yeah. So to me, that it's more vantage point, because Bruce is looking at it as an employee and as a somewhat associate of Randy Savage. Vice the biography was getting, a various of group of people who were in his circle for some time, or up until his death, or through his childhood, or his entire life. So that's where I wouldn't pit one or the other and go, oh, this is true, this is not. It's more vantage points than what's right or wrong.
Considering, I think the major points you have to take away is, and James, you're gonna love this, that Randy was American and Lanny was Canadian.
You mean his brother was a Canadian from Canada, even though he was an American from America?
No, Lanny was born in Calgary. Randy was born in Columbus, Ohio.
So Lenny's an American from Canada.
No, he's still an American from America.
But he was born in Canada.
No, Lanny Poffo, his brother, was born in Canada.
So he's an American from Canada.
No.
Canadian from Canada.
He's Canadian. He was born in Calgary. He's a Canadian.
But was he a mountain?
No!
I hope he always got his man. I will say this, though. The other day, I was bumping Randy Savage's rap album.
Be a man, Hulk!
Yes. Yes. I had to find it. I had to bump it one time. One time for the one time. Shout out to that, boy. Shout out to that disc. Whoever got that CD, I need it. Just to say that I have it.
I'm sure you could find it on eBay for 10 cents.
Hollywood.
You'd be surprised.
And somebody's
wait. And that's enough.
That's enough. Or I could say, "Oh, diggity damn!" Now I remember that. That was the best part. Oh, diggity damn!
Speaking of diggity dams, Miro is your new TNT champion.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Do you have a soapbox you wanna stand on, Scooter?
Only if it's enough to, get Miro right in the spinal cord. Wow. Jesus Christ Almighty. If you were in denial over AEW's booking, this is rock friggin' bottom. Like, they were so, out of everybody, Miro doesn't deserve it. He really has been performing horribly, and this reminds me of when Orlando Jordan was United States champion. A guy who likes to run around naked. Why Miro?
I personally think they're trying to do it to legitimize him to a degree because, we didn't really believe him as the video game Twitch streamer shit that he was doing with Kid Sabian.
Oh, I mean, I watched his streams. I watched his streams. He was god awful at that too.
Kaliko, what's your input on all of this?
I got something, but I'll get to it after I say this because I just found out that New Jack is dead.
Oh,
What?
damn!
So like, holy shit! Like, yeah, that just
Damn!
blew me out the water right now. Died of a heart attack.
No, nobody's reported it. Oh, there we go. There it is. Wow, Mike Johnson. Oh God.
I think we should thoughts and prayers to his family. And I think we'll talk about that next week at the top of the show to give him, the appropriate
The
tribute.
proper, yeah.
I'm spilling one out right now.
Yeah, I'll pour one out for the homie.
Yeah.
But back to the Darby Allin thing. I get putting it on. I see what they're trying to do with it because Darby Allin made the title mean something, right? And for a heel to take it from him as Miro, so they're hoping that the belt, the prestige of the belt, transitions to Miro, and he becomes this unstoppable bad motherfucker. My only problem is that if you look at the rake of opponents that Darby Allin kind of went through, there was also this big bad motherfucker named Brian Cage that could have used that same fucking logic. That's the only thing. I always thought Darby was better on the chase.
Brian Cage is the FTW champion. He can't be a double champion. He can't.
That's not a. Do you think he doesn't come down the ring and they say the AEW FTW champion?
No.
my point exactly. So
Yeah, continue.
that's the point I'm making, and it just I get it. I felt like Darby was better with the chase anyway because I think Sting being there really didn't enhance him for the title, right? Like to me, if you're gonna have somebody put someone under their wing, you would like to see the progression, right? That's why I always thought. I always thought Darby should have been better with Sting pursuing the title than having the title, and then Sting pops up. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like it to me, it that garnered to me anyway. That garners next level. So him breaking a ceiling, getting to the next level. Maybe that could happen with Miro. Miro's being the Clubber Lang to Darby's Rocky, but I feel like it's going to be more of a Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, Sting, Darby Allin dance
And
more
that
so
was the
than
thing that kind of confused me. Wasn't Eden Page and Scorpio Sky supposed to go for the TNT Championship? And wouldn't it
I
have
don't think
made more sense if one of them took the belt off of him, rather than a guy that literally had no story or gripe with Darby?
unless well, keep in mind he lost, but he was injured from the week prior from getting tossed down a flight of stairs. So to me, that kind of set up the reasoning that they could say, hey, he was cleared enough to wrestle, but clearly you could see he was still damaged from getting tossed down a flight of stairs. You would suspend disbelief for that, but I mean, I rolled an ankle going down the stairs. It took me 2 weeks, so I can see the point. But but yeah, that would have made sense. But I think Darby would probably go, I lost the title because of them more so than Miro beat me on a good day. So I feel like he would turn around and get back to the kind of like how when Miz won the belt and Drew didn't go after the Miz, he just kind of like floundered to the side until it was time. That's what I think they're gonna do with Darby.
Alright, that being
I,
said, do
I,
you think
I
that
mean,
this is winning the TNT Championship is going to help Miro's career, or is that just a lost cause at this point?
I,
I'll let Scooter get that one.
I, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting a rematch, and somehow Kip Sabian provides a distraction, and Darby gets it back.
Ooh.
I
Then
mean
that would
that would really kind of be more in fitting with the story they seem to be telling with Miro. That he's supposed to be this best man, and he ends up, turning on, the one guy in AEW that accepted him. Uh, and basically, I mean, it could, it builds into that, in fact, have Miro go on an even bigger losing streak
Let
because
me
he's being haunted by Kip Sabian.
let me rephrase the question. In later on in his career, should Miro make his first name mark?
We've done this joke so many times. It's like beating a dead horse. Um,
Well, I do find Lana more entertaining.
uh, I mean, unless he should change his name to Johnny's Still Bad. I mean, Except
Johnny
B.
never
Bad.
been bad.
Johnny never been good either. But
Johnny be beating bitches. Oh God.
All right.
I mean, could Miro have gone to Tony Khan and be like, "My wife cannot look better than me. Give me a damn title."
Too late. Sorry. All right. That's that will conclude our news portion of the show. Now a quick word from our sponsors.
Hey, folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show. Support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.